Hey guys, welcome back to another Morales Motors video. My name is Isaac, and I want to start off the video by saying, I wanted to start off the video by saying, if you regret not investing in Bitcoin in 2009, then just subscribe to my channel because it's the same dang thing. I want to talk about in this video what it's really like owning a Mercedes at 19 years old. Obviously, by the title, you're gonna think, oh, this guy owns an S65 AMG V12 bi-turbo. No, it's a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter W203 Mercedes C-Class. It's nothing special. I mean, look at the interior. It's quite mint, actually. It's quite a nice interior, if I do say so myself. But I want to talk about the pros and cons / the things I love and hate about this car. I'm gonna set up my tripod out here, turn off my car. Why don't I start with the things I love about this car? First of all, the looks. It's honestly like a really classy look to this car. It's nothing crazy, but it's like really nice, but it's also kind of derpy, Think of it like a Miata. Very derpy, but very nice look. Everybody loves it. Can't say the same about this. Nobody likes the design of this car except for me and other W203 owners / W211 owners. I'm gonna open up the hood next so you guys see what it's like in there. By the way, if you haven't seen the video where I fixed this and the hood struts, do go check that out. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, but yesterday I did clean the engine bay. Yes, I sprayed it down with a pressure washer. I cleaned it with all-purpose cleaner. Oof, this feels good because it's freaking cold out here. Okay, yeah. But yeah, under the hood, like I already said, it's nothing crazy. It's a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6. You can uncover this part, you can see a little more, I can show you the alternator. It's down there. Can you see? That's the alternator. Besides the alternator, I couldn't really tell you what else everything is. This might be the combobulator. This is the oil filter. I think this is where the coolant goes. I don't freaking know, guys. I don't know. But yeah, it sounds really nice. Here's a clip of how it sounds. Keep in mind that as far as I know, this car is completely stock. I might be wrong, but there have been 4 owners besides me, so I am the 5th owner of this car. Yes, it is under my name. However, my father bought it for me. Thanks to him. Thank you, Dad. Honestly, it's been really reliable for me. Like, I haven't had any major problems with it. Besides the spark plugs going out, we had to change that. And I might be wrong. I'm not a mechanic, guys. Spark plugs cause the engine to misfire some cylinders. I don't know if I'm wrong or if I'm right there. I don't know. But we ended up changing the spark plugs, and yeah, engine no longer misfired. But there was another problem. These are the back seats, obviously. Not much really going on here. But if you lift this up and then lift this liner up, this leads to the fuel tank. Why that matters is because the fuel pump did go out recently, like two months ago. It is getting freaking cold out here, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. But before I go, just listen to this. Who doesn't love that sound? Anyways, guys, now that we got all that out of the way, the background of my car, I want to start with the things I love, and it's gonna be quite a few. I will say this car is awesome. I don't hate this car. There are just a few things that I dislike, and there are so many things that I love. And this is the first. First thing I love about this car is that there are so many features I never knew a car could have. Reason being is because my family has always bought like budget cars because they're not really the flashy type, you know. They don't care for, you know, cool features in cars. And so when I got this car, I was so confused what half of the things do. Let me show you this first one. I'm sure you've all heard the joke, blinker fluid. Well, this car has exactly that. I press this button, a liquid comes out of there. Let me show you real time. All right, that's quite enough. I'm gonna wipe this down. Nobody mind me. So yes, blinker fluid does exist. I know you never knew that. Now the next thing is gonna have to be the heated seats. I never knew heated seats existed until recently, only because, like I said, my family has never had like expensive cars, and this car was not expensive by any means, but when it was made, it was obviously expensive. With depreciation, that went out of the way. So what I mean is luxury cars. We've never had any luxury cars. And this, none of those have been in any of the cars I've been besides this one. And honestly, I love them. I love them. Like, I love them, you know.
Love that. I love that so much. Just cameras and different.
Like phase adapt. And I want to be quick with all of these features that I love, only because I covered all of them when I made a video talking about the specs of my car right here. Please do go check that out if you haven't already. The last one before I move on to the ones I hate is gonna be the sound system. The sound system is awesome. Since this is YouTube, I'm gonna have to play a clip of non-copyright music. The audio sounds, quite frankly, like this picture, if you've seen it going around on TikTok. It's just that good. Anyways, it's about time I get to the things I highly dislike about this car. First, transmission. Transmission is a 7226 transmission. What that means is it has 5 gears. It gets to a point where 5 gears is not enough. The car with my engine, the 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6, it does have a 7-speed transmission option called the 7229. But the thing is, that transmission has a lot of reliability issues. The transmission in my car, the 7226, it's super reliable, it's super trustworthy, but it just shifts so slow. And that's why, like, yeah, you can have a car that shifts smoother, but it's unreliable, or you can have a reliable transmission that shifts like a grandma. I don't know why they couldn't have given us at least a 6-speed automatic, because there is a 6-speed manual. So there's a 5-speed automatic, a 6-speed manual, and a 7-speed automatic. The 5 and 6-speed transmissions, they're both very reliable. The 7-speed, not so much, right? And I could yap a lot more, but that's just gonna be inefficient for this video. So it's like it's a conflict. You either get a reliable 5-speed that shifts super slow, or an unreliable 7-speed that shifts a lot faster and smoother. Yeah. On to the next thing that I hate. The next thing that I hate, and as well as a lot of other followers of mine, subscribers, they hate the fact that this headlight washer does not have a cap like this one. So whenever I shoot the blinker fluid on this one comes out as well. And it does spray a little bit, but not a lot. Not only that, it stays out. It doesn't go back in because it doesn't have the spring in the cap to bring it back in. This, if you look in there, it has a spring which forces the headlight washer to actually go back in. This doesn't have that, so it doesn't go back in. It just stays out like this, and that is super annoying. Now that we're outside, why don't I go over the next one? The key. It doesn't work. And trust me, I know how to fix it, because I'm gonna show you guys that I can fix the keys, but only temporarily. I'm gonna show you. Over here, this fuse right here, that's number 8. That's what causes the key to work. I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna put it back in, and you're gonna see the key starts to work. Or does it? No, it doesn't. All right, so it's not working, and you might be thinking, oh, so now you can't show us that it can work. But here's a clip from only 2 days ago, I think. How do you fix the keys on a W203 Mercedes C-Class? Where I got it to work. Then, later on, it stopped working. I had locked the car earlier in the day, by the way, when the key actually worked. Next thing you know, I have to unlock my car manually. This key, I had to unlock it. Thankfully, the key actually works to turn on the car, but not to unlock it, not to sound an alarm, not to, you know, open the trunk, not to do any of that stuff. Later in the day, when I did have to open up manually, my alarm went off. And mind you, an alarm is loud, it's high-pitched. It was embarrassing. Could go on about that as well, but, you know, we gotta move forward. Let's turn on the car. One other thing I dislike is the terrible gas mileage. This thing only runs for like a week and a half, and it costs an arm and a leg to fill up. It costs 45 bucks. And quite frankly, I don't really want to spend that much money every week and a half to 2 weeks, if it lasts that, to fill up on gas. It's just really inefficient, you know. Sister's car, a 2025 Honda CR-V hybrid, lasts the same amount of time, 2 weeks, and she spends 30 bucks on a full tank. It's just insane. I'm a little thirsty. Let's go to a gas station right now. First, I gotta put on some music, which moves me on to the next thing. This car does not have Bluetooth. And I understand it's a 2006 car. It gets really annoying. I have to use an FM transmitter, which does not work in some areas. Dang. What should I get? Should I get this one? This is a really good flavor. This is 2. I've never tried this one. This one looks super good. So I'm gonna get this one. All right, I got this one and this one. I'm gonna try this one today and this one tomorrow. This tastes exactly like the White Monster. Alright guys, I'm finally back home, and I wanted to end the video off with one last thing that I strongly dislike. You might think to yourself, this one's not as important, but I'm gonna tell you right gosh dang now, it is. The freaking cup holders. the cup holders suck. They don't fit large drinks. And obviously, this is a 2006 vehicle with non-Americans in mind. Americans weren't thought of when this was made. We all know Americans are freaking fat. So they don't fit a large drink. You can't put one here. Definitely not there. It's annoying. And obviously, you gotta be fat to think that's annoying, but when you're fat, trust. With all that out of the way, guys, I wanted to say that's the video. If you did enjoy the video, then do make sure to let me know in the comments, and also by liking, and most importantly, subscribing. Do let me know what other types of videos you would like to see regarding my car or cars in general. If you are interested in self-improvement, I did mention a few seconds ago that I am a big guy. I mean, it's not hard to tell. I do have a series that I just started, and if you are interested in self-improvement, then do go ahead and watch that. Finally, guys, it's been me.